Josina Anderson reported yesterday that she was told that within the last couple of weeks, the Patriots reached out to the 49ers inquiring about receiver Brandon Aiyuk again. And we're told the talented wide receiver was not being traded at this time, per source. So, I should read that again. That last sentence was not being traded at the time, per source. Could it change? Could that shift?
Yeah, things can change. Absolutely. And I stand by what I said too with San Francisco. Like, I think they need him. I think they need him badly because of the quarterback. He's not a guy with a big arm. Everything that they do offensively is done from a creative scheme where you try and create confusion. You run a lot of motion. You got the running back now. You got the tight end. You need two really good receivers. You really do. Like, those are the teams that win. Those are the teams that get the 13 and 14 wins.
So the Patriots, if this is true, let's assume it is. I have no reason to believe it isn't true.
Oh, I believe it's true. They should call. They should call every day.
So they've called on Brandon Aiyuk. They probably have a good understanding about the draft capital that will be needed to acquire Brandon Aiyuk, right? We all agree?
Yep.
They have good picks going into next year, do they not?
Absolutely.
No one thinks they're going to be a good team. They're going to have good picks. Even if they're middle of the pack, they're going to have good picks. They're not bad picks. They're mid-rounders at best. Meaning at best for the season, at worst in terms of how they'll be valued in a move. So they're not making that call trying to offer a fifth-round pick for Brandon Aiyuk. They're calling ready to offer the bag to both the 49ers and to the player because they know what this is all about. This is about giving up the picks, giving up the capital, and paying the guy, which I applaud them for. It's the thing they didn't do with Calvin Ridley. It's the thing they could do with Brandon Aiyuk. So my point on this is going forward, after the Patriots have now made multiple calls to the 49ers on separate occasions to try and get the conversation started, if Brandon Aiyuk does at some point get traded, and he gets traded to a team other than the New England Patriots, that is a massive failure for Elliott Wolf. You've been on the line with them twice. You've got good picks. You're not making those calls not knowing what it is it's going to take. So if he moves, it better be to New England.
Yeah, if he moves for a 3 or a 4 and he gets a good contract, yeah, it puts you out of the mix, man. Like, you're not in consideration for much.
What do you mean? I don't follow your point. Who's not in consideration? Who's out?
No, Patriots. Like, nobody respects you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get deals done. You can't. Like, if you can't get this guy, the conversation starts for me at a 2. I'm calling like, hey, we'll offer a 2 right now, and we're looking forward to working with him and giving him a good contract. We got a lot of cap space.
Oh, I'm not even doing the deal without getting a chance to talk to the agent first. No, we're on the phone.
Well, that's going to be part of it. Yeah,
hey,
the extension's
let's agree. Let's agree to the parameters. Then you're going to let me talk to the agent. We're going to work out the extension, and then we'll do the deal.
Yeah,
that's how I would play it. I mean, it would be a handshake agreement. You wouldn't be able to have them signed when you make the deal, but you'd have an understanding with the agent. You'd have to trust one another that you're going to get that deal done. You announce it all on the same day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We've made a trade, and we've re-signed the player.
That's dream scenario, and I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't.
Well, then why are they making the calls?
Because I think that they have to do their job. That's their job to make calls. Yeah, they were in on Ridley. That's what they tell you. They were in on Ridley at a big price. Like, they got the money to go after number 1.
I'm just telling you that if he moves, he's got to come here now. That's it.
No, I agree.
Elliot.
You got more cap space than anybody, and you got the picks.
You're on the clock.
Man, it does highlight, though, the miss for Calvin Ridley. Like, again, you're going to be you're a rebuilding team that's trying to create a young, talented roster. You had an opportunity to sign look, we know that Ridley is not the level that Aiyuk is, but he's still a valuable piece for the offense. But, man, to not have to give up a pick and bring in that wide receiver would have been such a win for the franchise. And instead, you're going to have to give up draft capital to bring in that number 1 receiver. That's a miss.
Yeah, and it's like you got a proven guy. I have no problem giving up a high pick now for a proven guy because you can't draft receivers. We've seen that. We have. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing at anything. I'm yelling at T-Bone.
Oh, good.
For not understanding the Elliott reference from E.T.
You've never seen it.
He's never seen E.T.
You're as weird as Milliken, man.
That blows my mind.
You've never seen
I thought
E.T.
that was
the classic?
I thought ET was mandatory, like for kids. Like you get forced to watch that.
Dude, they put that on in schools, like on bad days where you can't go outside or at the end of the year. Hey, we're going to watch E.T. today. That Close
I'm
Encounters
hit
of the
or
Third
miss
Kind.
on movies that came out before I was born.
I think what year did it come out?
82.
It was out before I was born.
Have you seen The Godfather?
I've seen it. I cried as a little
I
kid
said I'm
watching ET. ET was emotional, man. That's an
Yikes.
emotional movie.
No spoilers. Come on.
I'm just saying it's emotional. It made me cry.
He's an alien.
He is. He's a great alien. The best of the aliens.
All right, settle down. It's just a movie.
Elliot.
Reese's Pieces. Made Reese's Pieces big. Yeah.
Sure did. So they got to do it. That's it. If he moves, make it New England. You've called him twice. Also, I'd keep calling. I wouldn't stop calling. I'd call them every day. I'd be so annoying.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, come on. Listen, the guy's not going to play hard for you.
Wouldn't it,
He's not going to show up for camp. Like, let's just, come on, do a deal. Don't be stupid.
wouldn't it There you go. Wouldn't it suck if, like, you're in the mix, but you've got the money and you've agreed on the trade compensation as far as we're going to give you a 2 or 1, and the player tells the agent, I don't want to play there. I'm not going there. They're not going to be good. That's a kick in the nuts. Give me with this other team.
You're going to have to pay him top dollar.
It's going to feel like the Ridley thing all over again.
My thought is players,
They're
if you
already
pay them
at
top
top
dollar,
dollar.
if you pay him top dollar, they'll come.
Yeah.
They didn't offer Calvin Ridley top dollar. If they did, he'd probably be a Patriot.
You can't spin it that way. You can't spin it the other way like they did with Ridley. Like, well, they didn't want to come here.
Oh,
She
the
didn't
wife
wanna
did.
come here.
Or as he said, the girlfriend. But it was really his wife. Oh, the wife didn't want to come here. Well, you also didn't offer the most money. You should start there. That should be the starting point. Offer the most money, and then you can start blaming other people.
Has there been a team that's acquired one of these wide receivers over the last few years that regrets making that trade, by the way? No.
Not even Buffalo.
Yeah.
Does Buffalo regret
Diggs?
going
No.
for Diggs? I don't think they do. I mean, granted, he flamed out in time, and now he's elsewhere, but I don't think they regret it.
What was the timeline with Devontae Adams? Like, it hasn't been great with the Raiders, but he's been productive with them. And, he's bitching to get out of there now, too.
That team sucks.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why he's
it's not
mad.
his fault.
Yeah.
He's mad that
Go
his
from
team
winning.
sucks.
Yeah.
He's very upset. And he thought he was going there because he loves Derek Carr, and then Derek Carr's not there anymore, and that kind of soured the relationship.
Yeah, how's it worked with Tyreek Hill?
I think Miami's done okay with Tyreek Hill.
The amount they
A.J.
gave
Brown,
up. Yeah.
all those guys.
A.J. Brown, what do you go for, a 2? Like, you're starting at a 2 and it's a 1. It's probably going up to a 1.
So A.J. Brown, good deal. Diggs in Buffalo, good deal. I would say maybe Devontae Parker is one that the Raiders...
Devontae Adams.
Adams, yeah. Parker.
Devontae Adams.
Parker,
Did I
Parker
say
one that
Parker
did not
too?
work out.
You
Did I
do
say
not
Parker?
regret that
Oh,
deal at
man,
all.
that's a slip.
I didn't say Parker, did I?
Think of all the money this team has wasted on Devontae Parker and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Go for the gold, my friends. Go for the real players.
Going for the next notch down.
That's why-
the problem. Tier 2.
That's why it blows my mind when people are like, I can't pay. What are you going to do? Pay like $28 million a year to Calvin Ridley? Well, it beats paying $28 million a year to Devontae Parker and Juju Smith-Schuster when you start adding up that money. Yeah, I think it's better. And
Yeah.
it's not 28. I'm exaggerating. I know.
What did Riley
But
Reef
still.
get? 6.8? Like, add the money up.
Yeah. No. Keep signing all the ponies.
Take
and not go
Godchaw's
for the
money.
horse.
Give it to him. Take Godchaw's money. Divert it over there.
This position costs money in this league now. And this position is not some fantasy football position in the league. This is a real part of offense and a real part of game planning, and it's what teams are using to win in this league. And we had this debate for a long time about the importance of the passing yards and can you get them without these guys? And listen, the league has pretty clearly told you what it values. And the league values these players now for good reason. That's why they're getting paid the way they're getting paid. And the Patriots need to get with the times. They need to catch up. So here's a chance to do it. I'll be pissed if he goes anywhere else. And I'm not even, I haven't been like banging the table for Brandon Aiyuk. I think he's a good player. He'd be their best offensive weapon right away. But if he goes somewhere else now I'm going to be mad. Because that means you struck out again on a wide receiver. You've made the call multiple times. You
And if
know what it's
not
going to
for
take.
one, and if
you
it's
know
not
it's
for one.
supreme high-end draft capital and money. You don't pick up the phone without knowing that. So let's go, New England. Keep calling. Call him every day. Annoy the hell out of John Lynch.
And you got a good relationship with him from past dealings,
I'd like find out where he, eats breakfast every day.
Yeah.
Like just be sitting at the counter in the local coffee shop. Oh, hey, Sean, good to see you. You ready to trade Aiyuk yet? Just pester them till they give him up.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.